A multitude of significant events have unfolded across the globe recently. Let's delve into these developments. Why is the United States broadening its entry policies for certain nations while maintaining stringent restrictions on others? This question probes the intricate web of international relations, economic strategies, and security considerations that shape America's approach to immigration and travel. The decision to grant visa-free access is never arbitrary. It reflects a calculated assessment of mutual benefits, risks, and the geopolitical landscape. In the year 2025, a pivotal shift is set to occur. Citizens from a select group of Asian countries will be permitted to enter the U.S. without the prerequisite of a visa. This development marks a significant alteration in U.S. foreign policy, particularly concerning the Asian continent, a region burgeoning with economic dynamism and strategic importance. The implications are vast, affecting tourism, business travel, cultural exchange, and diplomatic ties. Understanding the rationale behind this selective easing of restrictions is crucial for comprehending the underlying currents of American foreign policy and its evolving relationship with Asia. The selection process itself raises further questions. What specific criteria distinguish these chosen nations from their regional counterparts? The answer likely lies in a complex interplay of factors. Some of these nations are undeniable economic powerhouses, boasting robust economies deeply intertwined with American markets through trade, investment, and technological collaboration. Their economic stability and potential for growth make them attractive partners, and facilitating travel can further stimulate these connections, benefiting both economies. Others might have been selected due to their sophisticated security infrastructure. Advanced security measures, including stringent passport controls, biometric data sharing, and robust counterterrorism efforts, can provide the U.S. with the necessary assurances that visa-free travel will not compromise national security. Seamless and secure travel processes are paramount, and nations demonstrating a commitment to high security standards are more likely to be considered for inclusion in programs like the Visa Waiver Program. The decision is a testament to the trust placed in these countries' ability to manage their borders and share critical security information effectively. But why these specific countries, and why now? The timing and selection point towards a strategic calculus influenced by current global dynamics. Some of the chosen nations might be pivotal allies in regions where the U.S. seeks to bolster its influence or counter the reach of rival powers. Economic interdependence also plays a massive role. Nations with significant trade volumes with the U.S., or those hosting major American corporations, naturally have a stronger case for visa-free access. Furthermore, the implementation of cutting-edge security protocols within these countries provides a tangible basis for trust, making the prospect of visa-free travel more palatable from a security standpoint. It's a confluence of economic incentives, strategic alignments, and proven security capabilities that likely underpins this policy shift. What truly makes these particular countries stand out in the eyes of U.S. policymakers? Intriguingly, the path to visa-free status hasn't been straightforward for all these nations. Some have only recently met the stringent requirements, having previously faced tighter travel restrictions. Their inclusion signifies either a significant improvement in their internal conditions, be it economic stability, security enhancements, or human rights records, or a strategic shift in U.S. priorities that now elevates their importance. This evolution underscores the dynamic nature of international relations and visa policies. The criteria for visa-free travel are demanding, often including low visa refusal rates, strong counterterrorism cooperation, and the issuance of secure machine-readable electronic passports. Meeting these benchmarks requires substantial effort and commitment from applicant countries, reflecting their dedication to strengthening ties with the United States and adhering to international security standards. Their journey onto this privileged list is a story worth exploring. Stay tuned as we unpack the reasons behind these choices. Because if your home country is among those selected, you might find yourself planning a trip to the U.S. much sooner than anticipated. This change could open doors for tourism, family visits, business opportunities, and educational pursuits, fundamentally altering the travel landscape for citizens of these nations. We kindly ask you to subscribe to our channel and hit the like button. Your support is incredibly important for the channel's growth and allows us to continue bringing you informative content like this. Also, let us know in the comments where you're tuning in from. We love hearing from our diverse global audience. Let's dissect the list of Asian nations poised to receive visa-free entry privileges to the United States in the year 2025. What specific characteristics and relationships propelled them onto this list? Consider Brunei. Would you readily believe a nation exists where gasoline costs less than bottled water? A place so affluent that its citizens contribute minimally, if at all, through taxes. This financial utopia is Brunei, recognized as one of Asia's wealthiest countries. Its immense prosperity stems directly from its vast reserves of oil and natural gas. These resources have fueled an economy that provides unparalleled benefits to its populace, including free education and health care, alongside heavily subsidized housing and food. The government's ability to leverage its hydrocarbon wealth has created a unique socio-economic environment, setting Brunei apart from many of its neighbors and positioning it as a nation of extraordinary financial standing. The sheer scale of its natural resource wealth translates into tangible advantages for its citizens, making it an object of fascination and study in economic circles. Nestled on the island of Borneo, Brunei, despite its small geographic footprint, punches far above its weight economically. Governed as an absolute monarchy, the nation boasts one of the highest gross domestic products, GDP, per capita globally. This economic indicator reflects the substantial wealth generated primarily from its extensive petroleum and natural gas fields, which form the backbone of its economy. With a population numbering just over 400,000 inhabitants, this compact kingdom is practically swimming in riches. The distribution of this wealth allows for a high standard of living and extensive social welfare programs, funded largely by hydrocarbon revenues rather than broad-based taxation. This economic model, while heavily reliant on finite resources, has afforded Brunei a level of prosperity that few nations of its size can claim, making its economic structure and future diversification efforts subjects of keen interest. But the narrative takes an even more extraordinary turn. Brunei's Sultan, Hassan al-Bolkiah, is not merely a head of state. He ranks among the wealthiest monarchs on the entire planet. His personal fortune is staggering, exemplified by his official residence, the Astana Nurul Iman Palace, which holds the record as the world's largest residential palace, boasting an incredible 1,788 rooms. This opulence is a direct reflection of the nation's oil wealth. Yet, paradoxically, despite this unimaginable concentration of wealth and the country's high standard of living, Brunei remains one of the least visited destinations in Southeast Asia. This isn't due to a lack of attractions, but rather a combination of factors, including its conservative social environment and relatively underdeveloped tourism infrastructure compared to regional hotspots. Why the low tourist numbers? Several factors contribute. Brunei enforces strict laws, deeply rooted in Islamic tradition, which can be perceived as restrictive by international visitors. Alcohol consumption is heavily regulated, and the nightlife is considerably subdued compared to neighboring countries. The overall societal atmosphere is quiet and conservative, which, while peaceful, may not appeal to tourists seeking vibrant entertainment or a liberal social scene. These elements, combined with a focus on industries other than tourism, mean that Brunei attracts a more niche group of visitors, often those interested in its unique culture, pristine rainforests, or specific business dealings, rather than mass tourism. The country prioritizes stability and tradition, which shapes its appeal and accessibility to the global travel market. Given this context, immense wealth paired with limited tourism and a conservative profile, why is the United States extending visa-free access to Bruneian citizens in 2025? The decision hinges on several key pillars. Strong diplomatic ties, cultivated over years, form a foundation of trust. Brunei's remarkable economic stability, fueled by its energy reserves, presents it as a low-risk partner. Perhaps most crucially, the nation boasts one of the lowest crime rates in the world, indicating effective governance and internal security. These factors collectively satisfy the stringent requirements for the visa waiver program, outweighing concerns about its lower tourism profile. The U.S. likely views Brunei as a stable, reliable, and secure partner in a strategically significant region, making the extension of visa-free travel a logical step in strengthening bilateral relations. The focus shifts from tourism volume to the broader indicators of stability, security, and diplomatic alignment. But hold that thought, because the story of the next nation on this list offers a completely different, yet equally compelling, narrative. Let's talk about Taiwan. This place manufactures over 60% of the entire world's semiconductors. Yes, you heard that correctly. The tiny microchips that are the brains behind your smartphone, laptop, car, and countless other electronic devices predominantly originate from this island nation. The technological prowess concentrated in Taiwan is almost difficult to comprehend. Companies like TSMC, Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company, are global leaders, producing the most advanced chips for tech giants worldwide. Without Taiwan's contribution, the global technology industry, as we know it, would face unprecedented disruption and potentially descend into chaos. Supply chains for everything from consumer electronics to critical infrastructure rely heavily on the consistent output from Taiwanese foundries. This dominance in a critical sector grants Taiwan immense strategic and economic leverage on the world stage. Indeed, we are discussing Taiwan, the high-tech island powerhouse. It stands as a global economic force, driven by its cutting-edge technology sector and highly skilled workforce. Beyond semiconductors, Taiwan excels in various manufacturing domains and maintains a vibrant, export-oriented economy. This economic dynamism translates into impressive social indicators, including one of the lowest unemployment rates across Asia. The island consistently ranks high in global competitiveness reports, reflecting its robust infrastructure, innovative capacity, and business-friendly environment. This economic success story is a testament to strategic planning, investment in education and research, and a resilient entrepreneurial spirit that has propelled Taiwan to the forefront of the global economy, despite its unique geopolitical challenges. However, herein lies a significant twist. Taiwan's international status is complex and contested. It is not officially recognized as an independent country by the United Nations, nor by many nations globally, including officially the United States, due to the One China policy and pressure from the People's Republic of China, PRC, which claims sovereignty over the island. Yet despite the ever-present political tensions with Beijing and the constant threat across the Taiwan Strait, the island's economy continues to thrive and innovate. It maintains extensive unofficial relations with many countries, including robust economic and security partnerships. This delicate balancing act defines Taiwan's existence, operating as a de facto independent democratic state, while navigating a challenging geopolitical reality where its sovereignty is not universally acknowledged. The United States, while officially adhering to the One China policy, understands that Taiwan's strategic and economic value is simply too immense to disregard. The island is a critical node in global supply chains, a beacon of democracy in the region, and a vital partner in maintaining stability in the Indo-Pacific. This underlying reality explains why, despite the lack of formal diplomatic recognition, the U.S. maintains strong, albeit unofficial, ties with Taiwan, and is now set to grant its citizens visa-free access in 2025. This move facilitates easier travel for business, tourism, and education, further cementing the practical relationship between the two entities. The sheer volume of Taiwanese visitors to the U.S. underscores this connection. You would be astonished at the number of people who leverage existing travel avenues. Annually, over 500,000 Taiwanese tourists make their way to the United States, injecting billions of dollars into American cities through spending on accommodation, attractions, shopping, and dining. This significant flow of visitors highlights the strong people-to-people connections and the mutual interest in cultural exchange and travel. The introduction of visa-free access is poised to amplify this trend substantially. By removing a significant bureaucratic hurdle, the U.S. is likely anticipating a surge in Taiwanese visitors, further boosting the American tourism industry and strengthening economic ties. This policy change reflects a pragmatic approach, recognizing the economic benefits and the established pattern of lawful travel by Taiwanese citizens, making the transition to visa-free status a logical progression. Expect that impressive 500,000 figure to skyrocket once the new policy takes effect. Before we proceed to the next fascinating case, please remember to hit that subscribe button. Doing so ensures you won't miss out on our future deep dives into global affairs. Your subscription helps our channel grow and enables us to keep delivering eye-opening content just like this. Now, let's shift our focus to a nation that might just catch you by surprise with its blend of tradition and hyper-modernity. Consider South Korea. Can you fathom a country where blazing fast, high-speed internet is less a luxury and more a fundamental birthright? A place where delivery drivers can bring hot meals to your doorstep in under 15 minutes, showcasing an almost unparalleled level of logistical efficiency. This is the reality in South Korea. Furthermore, it's a landscape where billion-dollar technology conglomerates are as ubiquitous as neighborhood coffee shops. Giants like Samsung, Hyundai, and LG are not just national champions. They are global household names, shaping industries from consumer electronics and automotive manufacturing to home appliances. This intense concentration of technological innovation and corporate power defines the modern South Korean experience, making it a dynamic hub of 21st-century commerce and connectivity. That's South Korea, undeniably one of the most technologically advanced and globally influential nations on the planet. Its journey from the devastation of the Korean War to its current status as an economic powerhouse is often referred to as the miracle on the Han River. This transformation was fueled by strategic industrial policies, a strong emphasis on education, and an unwavering national drive. Today, South Korea stands as a leader in electronics, shipbuilding, automotive production, and increasingly, cultural exports like K-pop and K-drama, which have taken the world by storm. But don't be mistaken. Its influence extends far beyond entertainment and luxury skincare. It possesses a booming, highly diversified economy, maintains significant military capabilities as a regional powerhouse, and holds an ironclad alliance with the United States, a partnership forged in conflict and solidified over decades of cooperation. This alliance with the U.S. is deep-rooted, tracing back to the Korean War, and evolving into a comprehensive security and economic partnership. The U.S. maintains a significant military presence in South Korea, a testament to the enduring commitment to regional stability and mutual defense. This decades-long relationship is built on shared democratic values and strategic interests. And now, in 2025, this strong bond is further reflected in the decision to grant South Korean citizens visa-free entry into America. The rationale is clear. The benefits flow in both directions. Facilitating travel strengthens economic ties, enhances cultural exchange, and reinforces the strategic partnership between these two key allies. It acknowledges South Korea's status as a stable, prosperous democracy and a reliable partner on the global stage. Here's the real economic kicker. The trade relationship between South Korea and the U.S. is colossal. In 2023 alone, the value of trade between these two nations surpassed an astounding $200 billion. This figure encompasses a vast array of goods and services, from high-tech gadgets and automobiles manufactured in Korea to American agricultural products and advanced industrial equipment. This massive volume highlights the deep economic interdependence and the mutual benefits derived from this robust partnership. It's a sum of money that underscores the significance of the relationship. Neither country can realistically afford to jeopardize such a lucrative and strategically vital economic connection. Granting visa-free access is expected to further stimulate this trade, potentially pushing these already impressive figures even higher. Let's also address the military dimension. South Korea's geographic location places it directly adjacent to one of the world's most unpredictable and heavily militarized regimes, North Korea. The Demilitarized Zone, DMZ, separating the two Koreas remains one of the most fortified borders on Earth. In this volatile context, the U.S. alliance is paramount. The United States stations over 28,000 military personnel in South Korea, serving as a critical deterrent and a symbol of the unwavering commitment to South Korea's defense. This military stronghold is designed to ensure peace and stability on the Korean peninsula, and in the wider Northeast Asian region. Consequently, maintaining a strong, positive, and cooperative relationship with South Korea is not just beneficial, but a strategic priority for the United States. Keeping this key ally content and secure is fundamental to U.S. policy in the region. However, there's a fascinating, albeit concerning, wildcard in the South Korean narrative. Despite its incredible technological dominance and formidable economic strength, the nation is grappling with a profound demographic crisis. South Korea's birth rate is among the lowest in the entire world, and it continues to fall. This trend poses a serious long-term threat to its economic vitality and social structure. With fewer young people entering the workforce each year, the country faces challenges in sustaining economic growth, supporting its aging population, and maintaining its military readiness. The government is acutely aware of this ticking demographic time bomb and is scrambling to implement policies to reverse the trend, offering substantial cash incentives and subsidies for citizens to have more children. Whether these measures will succeed remains a critical question for South Korea's future. Still, the strategic and economic calculus heavily favors strengthening ties. The United States recognizes that a robust and stable South Korea directly translates into a stronger American position in Asia and globally. The deep-seated alliance, massive trade relationship, shared democratic values, and South Korea's role as a technological and cultural powerhouse all contribute to this understanding. Therefore, the move towards visa-free access, despite the internal demographic challenges South Korea faces, is a clear affirmation of this enduring partnership. It's a strategic decision designed to foster even closer cooperation and mutual prosperity. But if you find the complexities of South Korea intriguing, wait until you hear about a nation that holds one of the world's fastest-growing major economies, a true titan in the making. Let's turn our attention to India. Picture a nation pulsating with the energy of over 1.4 billion people. Yes, that's nearly 1/5 of the entire global population residing within its borders. This demographic scale is unprecedented. India is not just populous. It's a vibrant tapestry of cultures, languages, and traditions, coexisting within a rapidly modernizing framework. It's a nation whose sheer size dictates its significance on the world stage. Furthermore, economic projections consistently place India among the fastest-growing major economies. Astonishingly, forecasts predict that India's economy could overtake that of the United States by the year 2075, and it's on track to become the world's third-largest economy, surpassing economic giants like Japan and Germany as early as 2025. This trajectory marks India as a global superpower in the making, a nation whose economic ascent is reshaping the global order. The United States is keenly aware of this transformation. India is no longer viewed merely as an emerging market with potential. It's recognized as a dominant force, whose influence is rapidly expanding across continents. Its economic clout, growing military capabilities, and strategic location make it an indispensable player in international affairs. This recognition fuels the strengthening relationship between the world's oldest democracy, the U.S., and the world's largest democracy, India. The partnership is multifaceted, encompassing economic cooperation, security collaboration, and shared democratic values. The U.S. sees India as a critical counterweight in the Indo-Pacific region and a partner in addressing global challenges. This evolving dynamic underscores India's transition from a regional power to a global heavyweight. India's burgeoning economy is a marvel. It boasts the fastest-growing major economy globally, a hub for technological innovation, home to legions of tech giants and billion-dollar startups, often referred to as unicorns. Its vast, highly skilled workforce is not just driving domestic growth, but is also profoundly shaping industries worldwide, particularly in Silicon Valley. The Indian diaspora plays a significant role in the global tech landscape. In fact, a remarkable statistic highlights this influence. Over 12% of startups in the United States were founded by Indian immigrants. This demonstrates the deep integration of Indian talent into the American innovation ecosystem and the substantial contributions made by the Indian community to technological advancement and economic dynamism in the U.S. Moreover, the human connection between India and the U.S. is substantial. The United States is home to a large and influential Indian American community, numbering over 4 million people. This diaspora maintains strong ties to their homeland, fostering cultural exchange and economic links. Additionally, the number of Indian students pursuing higher education in American universities is at an all-time high and continues to climb. These students represent a significant investment in human capital and contribute billions of dollars annually to the U.S. economy through tuition fees and living expenses. More importantly, they build bridges between the two nations, fostering mutual understanding and collaboration that extends far beyond academia, strengthening the foundation of the bilateral relationship for generations to come. Let's not overlook the technological synergy. India serves as the operational backbone for numerous U.S. corporations, particularly in the IT and software sectors. The country provides a vast pool of skilled engineers, programmers, and IT professionals who are essential for the day-to-day operations and innovation pipelines of American businesses. This reliance on Indian talent highlights the deep integration of the two economies in the tech sphere. Consider this. Iconic American tech companies like Google, Alphabet, Microsoft, and Adobe are all currently led by Indian-born CEOs, Sundar Pichai, Satya Nadella, and Shantanu Narayan, respectively. This remarkable fact underscores the immense contribution of Indian leadership and expertise to the pinnacles of American technological and corporate success. However, herein lies a complex twist. Despite its impressive economic trajectory and technological advancements, India remains a land of stark contrasts and significant challenges. Immense wealth exists alongside deep-seated poverty, creating vast socio-economic disparities. Rapid urbanization, while driving growth, has also led to significant environmental challenges, including air and water pollution, and pressure on resources. The nation grapples with complex social issues and bureaucratic hurdles. Yet amidst these contradictions, India's rise continues. Its democratic framework, diverse population, and burgeoning economy create a dynamic, if sometimes chaotic, environment. Understanding India requires acknowledging both its incredible potential and the persistent challenges it faces on its path to becoming a global superpower. Nevertheless, the United States views India as a crucial strategic partner in the complex theater of global politics. Its sheer size, economic momentum, democratic values, and growing military strength make it a key player, particularly in the context of balancing China's expanding influence in the Indo-Pacific region and beyond. Strengthening the U.S.-India partnership is a cornerstone of American foreign policy in Asia. This strategic alignment, combined with the significant economic and people-to-people ties, provides the compelling rationale for why the U.S. is poised to grant visa-free access to Indian citizens in 2025. It's a move that reflects India's growing stature and the mutual benefits of a closer relationship, facilitating easier movement for business, education, tourism, and diplomatic engagement. Now, let's journey to a nation renowned for its futuristic skyline, stringent laws, and status as a global financial nerve center. Imagine Singapore. How does a nation with virtually no natural resources and a landmass smaller than many major cities transform itself into one of the wealthiest and most developed places on Earth? This city-state defies conventional expectations. Singapore's GDP per capita is remarkably high, surpassing that of the United States, Japan, and even China. This economic miracle is built on strategic planning, a highly educated workforce, a stable political environment, and its position as a critical hub for global trade and finance. It consistently ranks among the world's most competitive economies and is renowned for its efficiency, cleanliness, and orderliness. The story of Singapore's rise is a masterclass in economic development and governance. Consider this paradox. Singapore is a nation where the sale of chewing gum is famously banned, reflecting its emphasis on public order and cleanliness. Yet it simultaneously boasts one of the highest concentrations of millionaires per capita globally. Its ultra-modern skyscrapers pierce the skyline, housing multinational corporations and financial institutions. Its airports, particularly Changi Airport, are consistently ranked among the best in the world. facilitating its role as a major international travel hub. The city operates with clockwork precision, featuring world-class infrastructure and a near-zero crime rate. This blend of strict regulation and immense prosperity creates a unique environment, a real-life sci-fi city where efficiency and wealth generation are paramount. But here's the catch. This prosperity comes at a cost. Singapore is notoriously one of the most expensive places in the world to live. The government implements hefty taxes and fees, particularly on vehicle ownership, to manage congestion and promote public transport. Consequently, owning even a simple car can cost upwards of $100,000 when including the necessary permits, certificate of entitlement. Housing costs are also exceptionally high. Renting a modest apartment can easily demand thousands of dollars per month. While salaries are generally high, the sheer cost of living presents a significant challenge for many residents, creating a society where affluence is visible, but affordability remains a constant concern. Despite the high cost of living, people from around the globe flock to Singapore, drawn by one primary magnet: opportunity. The city-state offers abundant prospects in finance, technology, logistics, and numerous other high-value sectors. Its stable government, business-friendly regulations, low corruption levels, and strategic location make it an attractive base for multinational corporations and ambitious professionals alike. The United States certainly recognizes Singapore's pivotal role. It's viewed as a key economic and strategic ally in Asia, a stable partner in a dynamic region. American businesses heavily rely on Singapore's advanced banking systems, sophisticated logistics infrastructure, and its position as a gateway to the broader Southeast Asian market to conduct operations across the continent. This strong economic interdependence and strategic alignment explain why the U.S. is facilitating easier travel by including Singapore in the Visa-Free Access program for 2025. It's a move that acknowledges Singapore's reliability, security standards, and its importance to American economic interests in Asia. It streamlines processes for business travelers, investors, and tourists, further strengthening the already robust ties between the two nations. Yet, if Singapore's blend of intense order and economic might is impressive, wait until we explore a nation that rose from utter devastation to become a global technological and cultural trendsetter. Let's talk about Japan. Can you imagine a country where the average citizen enjoys one of the longest life expectancies on Earth? A place where futuristic cities, gleaming with neon and architectural marvels, seem lifted directly from the pages of science fiction. This is Japan, a nation renowned for its unique ability to seamlessly blend ancient traditions, serene temples, intricate tea ceremonies, revered customs, with the very forefront of cutting-edge technology, robotics, and high-speed transportation. This fascinating dichotomy defines Japan's identity, making it a land of captivating contrasts where the past and future coexist in remarkable harmony. Historically, Japan's journey has been extraordinary. Following the total devastation of World War II, the nation lay in ruins, its economy shattered, and its future uncertain. Yet through sheer determination, innovation, and strategic rebuilding efforts supported initially by the U.S., Japan achieved a remarkable economic miracle. In just a few decades, it transformed itself, rising from the ashes to become the world's third-largest economy, a position it held for many years, though recently challenged. This rapid ascent established Japan as a global industrial and technological powerhouse, renowned for its quality manufacturing, engineering prowess, and influential corporate giants. Today, Japan remains a titan on the global stage. It's the birthplace of some of the most recognizable and respected brands worldwide, including automotive leader Toyota, electronics and entertainment giant Sony, and gaming icon Nintendo. These companies, along with countless others, represent Japan's enduring strength in innovation and manufacturing. But here's a mind-blowing fact that illustrates its technological focus. Japan boasts more industrial robots per capita than any other nation on Earth. This reflects its leadership in automation and robotics, critical components of its advanced manufacturing sector. Furthermore, Japan is home to the world's busiest train stations, where its famous Shinkansen, or bullet trains, operate with near-perfect punctuality, whisking passengers across the country at speeds exceeding 200 miles per hour. However, similar to South Korea, Japan faces a significant demographic challenge that casts a shadow over its future prosperity. The nation is grappling with one of the lowest birth rates globally and a rapidly aging population. This demographic shift is shrinking the workforce, placing immense strain on social security systems and potentially hindering future economic growth. The Japanese government is actively seeking solutions, including initiatives to encourage childbirth and potentially easing immigration policies, but reversing this long-term trend presents a formidable challenge. The silver tsunami is a reality that Japan must navigate to maintain its economic standing and social stability in the coming decades. Despite this demographic headwind, the United States deeply values its relationship with Japan. A strong, stable Japan is considered crucial for maintaining global economic stability and security, particularly in the strategically vital Indo-Pacific region. The U.S.-Japan alliance is a cornerstone of American foreign policy in Asia, encompassing deep economic ties, extensive security cooperation, including the presence of U.S. military bases, and shared democratic principles. It's this profound and multifaceted relationship that underpins the decision to grant Japanese citizens visa-free access to the U.S. in 2025. It facilitates smoother travel for the millions of tourists, business people, and students who move between the two countries each year, reinforcing a partnership critical to both nations' interests. Now, let's explore a nation small in size, but immense in its technological impact and strategic significance in a turbulent region. Consider Israel. Picture a nation where military intelligence and cybersecurity capabilities are so advanced, they often surpass the defense systems of much larger countries. A nation constantly navigating a complex and often hostile geopolitical environment, yet consistently producing groundbreaking innovations that impact the world. This is Israel, a country forged in conflict and sustained by resilience and ingenuity. Its contributions extend far beyond defense. Israel is a global leader in various high-tech fields, punching well above its weight on the international stage, despite its relatively small population of just over 9 million people. Israel's reputation as the startup nation is well-earned. It boasts one of the highest concentrations of startups per capita globally, rivaling even Silicon Valley. The country has gifted the world transformative technologies, including the popular navigation app Waze, critical components of Intel processors developed at Israeli R&D centers, and the revolutionary Iron Dome missile defense system. But its innovative spirit extends further, encompassing world-leading advancements in medical technology, sophisticated cybersecurity solutions, cutting-edge agricultural techniques, like drip irrigation, pioneered in Israel, and innovative water conservation methods, essential expertise developed out of necessity in its arid environment. This relentless drive for innovation permeates Israeli society and fuels its dynamic economy. And there's more. Israel is home to some of the world's top universities, renowned for their research output and academic excellence, particularly in science and technology fields. Institutions like the Technion and the Weizmann Institute of Science attract top-tier talent from across the globe, fostering an environment of intellectual curiosity and groundbreaking discovery. This academic prowess feeds directly into the nation's high-tech ecosystem. Furthermore, the connections between Israel and the U.S. are deeply personal for many. Every year, thousands of Israelis travel to the United States for higher education, business ventures, and family ties, while a significant Jewish diaspora in the U.S. maintains strong connections with Israel, further strengthening the bonds between the two nations through cultural, familial, and economic exchange. This deep, multifaceted relationship, encompassing shared values, strategic security interests, technological collaboration, and strong people-to-people ties, is a primary reason why the United States has granted Israel visa-free access starting in 2025. It acknowledges the robust security cooperation, the low risk associated with Israeli travelers, and the mutual benefits of facilitating easier movement between the two close allies. Despite the constant security threats and geopolitical tensions that Israel faces in the volatile Middle East, Its economy continues to demonstrate remarkable resilience and growth, further solidifying its status as a key strategic and economic partner for the United States. What's even more striking is Israel's ability to thrive amidst adversity. Despite ongoing regional conflicts and complex political challenges, the nation has built a highly advanced, knowledge-based economy. It serves as a prime example of how a small country, facing significant challenges, can leverage innovation, education, and strategic partnerships to not only survive but emerge victorious, creating opportunities and shaping global industries along the way. Its story is one of resilience and transformation against the odds. Let's transition now to a desert kingdom whose wealth extends far beyond its borders, influencing global energy markets and international diplomacy. Let's talk about Qatar. What if I told you there's a nation where natural gas isn't just a resource, but the very lifeblood sustaining its entire economy and projecting its influence globally? A tiny desert kingdom, smaller in area than the state of Connecticut, yet wielding disproportionate power on the world stage? This is Qatar, a nation transformed by the discovery of one of the world's largest natural gas fields. This immense energy wealth has fueled rapid modernization, funded ambitious infrastructure projects, and allowed Qatar to carve out a unique niche in international affairs, far exceeding what its size might suggest. Qatar's wealth is truly staggering. Thanks to its vast natural gas reserves, the third largest globally, this nation boasts one of the highest GDPs per capita in the world. This extraordinary affluence translates into a high standard of living for its citizens, who pay little to no income tax. The government leverages this wealth through its massive sovereign wealth fund, the Qatar Investment Authority, QIA. The QIA is one of the largest such funds globally, holding assets estimated at over $300 billion. These funds are strategically invested across the globe in various sectors, including real estate, finance, and technology, further amplifying Qatar's economic reach and influence far beyond its shores. Interestingly, Qatar has become a significant hub for global diplomacy and media. It hosts the influential Al Jazeera media network, which broadcasts across the Middle East and beyond, shaping narratives and public opinion throughout the Arab world. The country has also positioned itself as a mediator in various international conflicts, leveraging its wealth and diplomatic channels to host peace talks and facilitate negotiations between rival factions. This active role in diplomacy, combined with its media presence, allows Qatar to punch above its weight in international relations, often playing a role disproportionate to its geographic size and population. Its capital, Doha, frequently serves as a neutral ground for sensitive international discussions. Furthermore, Qatar is an active participant in the world of global sports, most notably hosting the 2022 FIFA World Cup. This massive undertaking involved constructing state-of-the-art stadiums and infrastructure, showcasing Qatar's organizational capacity and ambition on a global scale. Hosting such a prestigious event significantly raised the country's international profile, attracting tourists and investment, while also sparking debates about labor practices and cultural sensitivities. Qatar continues to invest heavily in sports infrastructure and hosting major events, viewing it as a key pillar of its soft power strategy and economic diversification efforts. Now here's the crucial connection. Qatar's strategic location in the Persian Gulf region makes it a vital partner for the United States in matters of military defense and energy security. The country hosts Al Udeid Air Base, the largest U.S. military installation in the Middle East, which serves as a critical hub for operations throughout the region. Furthermore, Qatar's role as a major exporter of liquefied natural gas, LNG, is crucial for global energy stability, particularly for U.S. allies. This strategic importance, combined with Qatar's diplomatic maneuvering and economic ties, forged through its sovereign wealth fund's investments in Western economies, including the U.S., explains why America is granting Qataris visa-free access in 2025. It's a pragmatic move, recognizing a key, albeit complex, regional partner. But let's consider the bigger picture. Qatar's rulers have masterfully employed the nation's immense wealth and strategic investments to cultivate relationships with Western powers, including the United States. By investing heavily in global assets, hosting international events, and playing a role in regional diplomacy, Qatar has ensured its relevance and secured its position on the world stage. This strategic use of resources demonstrates how even a geographically small nation can achieve significant global influence. The inclusion in the U.S. visa-free program is another testament to the success of this strategy, further integrating Qatar into the network of nations with privileged access to the United States. Prepare yourself as we journey next to an archipelago nation in Southeast Asia, known for its stunning natural beauty and rapidly evolving economy. Let's explore the Philippines. Picture an archipelago composed of over 7,000 distinct islands, each contributing to a landscape of breathtaking natural beauty. Imagine pristine white sand beaches, turquoise waters perfect for diving, lush tropical rainforests, and volcanic peaks. This stunning scenery is complemented by the renowned warmth and hospitality of its people, known for their welcoming smiles and strong family values. The Philippines offers a unique blend of natural wonders and vibrant culture, making it a captivating destination. However, this nation of islands faces its own set of unique challenges and opportunities as it navigates the 21st century. The Philippines, a nation with a population exceeding 113 million, has often grappled with significant hurdles. Political instability has periodically disrupted its development path, while its location in the Pacific Ring of Fire makes it highly vulnerable to natural disasters like typhoons and earthquakes. Furthermore, significant portions of the population still contend with poverty and lack of access to basic services. These challenges have historically hindered its economic progress compared to some of its faster-growing neighbors. Yet, despite these persistent struggles, the Philippines has demonstrated remarkable resilience and is currently experiencing a period of significant economic growth and transformation, driven by various sectors and a young, dynamic population. Here's a perhaps surprising fact. The Philippines has emerged as one of the world's dominant hubs for the business process outsourcing (BPO) industry, particularly call centers. Millions of Filipinos work in this sector, providing customer service, technical support, and back-office functions for global corporations. This industry has become a major pillar of the Philippine economy, contributing significantly to GDP and providing substantial employment opportunities. The country's large, English-proficient workforce and cultural affinity with Western countries have made it an attractive destination for companies seeking cost-effective outsourcing solutions. This BPO boom has fueled economic growth and helped lift many Filipinos into the growing middle class. It's not just about outsourcing, though. The Philippine economy is diversifying. The nation's growing middle class is driving domestic consumption, creating opportunities in retail, real estate, and services. Simultaneously, the tourism industry is booming, attracting visitors eager to experience the country's natural beauty and unique culture, bringing in billions of dollars in revenue each year. Furthermore, the Philippines is increasingly making strides in the technology and innovation sectors, with a growing number of tech startups emerging, particularly in Manila. This multifaceted growth indicates a nation actively working to overcome its challenges and build a more prosperous future, leveraging its human capital and natural assets. Now, for the curveball. In a significant policy shift, the United States government is set to offer visa-free access to Filipinos for the first time, starting in 2025. This decision acknowledges the Philippines' growing economic ties with the U.S., its strategic importance in Southeast Asia, and the strong historical and people-to-people connections between the two nations, including a large Filipino-American population and a long-standing military alliance. This move is expected to significantly boost travel for tourism, business, education, and family reunification, further strengthening the bilateral relationship and recognizing the Philippines' increasing stature on the world stage as a key regional player. With the Philippines establishing itself as a vital participant in global trade networks and a key strategic ally, the United States is simplifying travel requirements. This granting of visa-free access to Filipino nationals in 2025 is a tangible acknowledgement of the country's escalating influence and the deepening partnership. It signals confidence in the Philippines' security measures and recognizes the significant contributions of Filipinos both domestically and within the United States. This policy change is poised to unlock new opportunities for collaboration and exchange between the two nations. Let's proceed to our final destination, a Southeast Asian nation blending diverse cultures, stunning landscapes, and a rapidly modernizing economy. Finally, let's discuss Malaysia. Picture a country where bustling modern cities coexist with ancient rainforests, where diverse cultures, Malay, Chinese, Indian, and indigenous groups, intermingle to create a rich and vibrant social fabric. Imagine savoring some of the world's most amazing street food, from spicy laksa to savory satay, reflecting this cultural melting pot. Envision a nation rapidly transitioning from an economy once reliant on rubber plantations and tin mining to one boasting high-tech industries and futuristic urban landscapes. This is Malaysia, a nation characterized by its fascinating blend of tradition and modernity, cultural diversity, and ambitious economic development. Malaysia's journey wasn't always marked by the gleaming skyscrapers of Kuala Lumpur. Decades ago, following its independence, the nation faced significant challenges, including widespread poverty and ethnic tensions. Its economy was largely agrarian and resource-based. However, through strategic planning, investment in education and infrastructure, and policies aimed at fostering industrial growth, Malaysia underwent a remarkable transformation. Today, it stands as one of the strongest and most diversified economies in Southeast Asia, a major trading nation, and a leader in various sectors, including electronics manufacturing, Islamic finance, and tourism. Its progress serves as a model for development in the region. Its key industries showcase this economic evolution. While petroleum exports remain significant, Malaysia has become a major global player in electronics manufacturing, particularly in semiconductor assembly and testing. It's also a world leader in the production of palm oil. Tourism is another vital sector, attracting visitors to its beaches, rainforests, and culturally rich cities. These industries are major contributors to the country's substantial $400 billion economy, driving growth and providing employment for its population. This economic diversification has been crucial to Malaysia's resilience and continued development, moving it beyond reliance on primary commodities. What might surprise you is Malaysia's emergence as a significant innovation hub. Fueled by government-backed initiatives and a growing pool of skilled talent, the country is fostering a thriving ecosystem for technology startups and research and development. It's aiming to become one of the leading digital economies in Asia. Foreign investment is increasingly flowing into Malaysia, attracted by its stable political environment, relative to some neighbors, educated workforce, and strategic location. This focus on innovation and technology is positioning Malaysia to compete effectively in the global economy of the future, moving up the value chain beyond traditional manufacturing. And guess what? The United States recognizes Malaysia's growing importance. It sees Malaysia as a major trade partner, a stable force in Southeast Asia, and a country with significant potential for further growth and collaboration. The economic ties are substantial, with extensive trade in electronics, machinery, and other goods. This recognition of Malaysia's economic strength, strategic location, and relatively stable political environment is why Malaysian citizens will soon enjoy the privilege of visa-free access to the United States, starting in 2025. This move facilitates business travel, tourism, and educational exchange, reflecting the strengthening relationship and mutual interests between the two nations. We've traversed a significant portion of Asia, exploring nations that are dramatically reshaping the global landscape. From the innovative Philippines to the affluent Qatar, the technologically advanced Japan to the powerhouse South Korea, the strategically vital Singapore to the rising giant India, the resource-rich Brunei to the semiconductor king Taiwan, the culturally diverse Malaysia to the strategically complex Israel, each country presents a unique narrative of growth, challenge, and increasing global importance. It is abundantly clear that Asia's influence is expanding, and the nations we've discussed are at the vanguard of this shift. Their economic dynamism, technological advancements, strategic locations, and complex relationships with the United States are compelling the U.S. to adapt its policies, as evidenced by the expansion of visa-free travel in 2025. This policy shift is more than just a travel convenience. It's a geopolitical statement recognizing the undeniable rise of these Asian powers and the necessity of fostering closer ties, economically, diplomatically, and strategically. The future, it seems, is increasingly being shaped in Asia, and the U.S. is positioning itself accordingly. We've journeyed through 10 remarkable Asian nations, each with its unique story of economic progress, cultural richness, and strategic significance, explaining why they are gaining visa-free access to the U.S. in 2025. These decisions reflect a complex calculation involving robust economic partnerships, shared security interests, strong diplomatic ties, and sometimes sheer geopolitical necessity. Nations like South Korea, Japan, Taiwan, and Singapore represent technological and economic powerhouses deeply integrated with the U.S. economy. Others, like India and the Philippines, represent massive demographic and economic potential coupled with strategic importance. Resource-rich nations like Brunei and Qatar offer stability and energy security, while Israel remains a critical, albeit complex, strategic ally with unparalleled technological prowess. Malaysia stands out for its balanced growth and regional stability. The common thread is the increasing recognition by the United States that these Asian nations are no longer just distant lands, but vital partners shaping the global future. Granting visa-free access is a pragmatic step to facilitate the flow of people, ideas, and capital, strengthening alliances and acknowledging the shifting balance of global power towards Asia. It underscores the reality that engagement, cooperation, and mutual understanding with these dynamic nations are essential for navigating the complexities of the 21st century. If you found this exploration insightful, please give this video a like and share it with your friends. Spreading this knowledge helps everyone understand the intricate forces shaping our world. And most importantly, make sure you are subscribed to our channel so you don't miss our next analysis of critical global developments. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.